What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be talking about the Aztech Apache. This is a tappetless nozzle system, meaning you don't have to use a tappet plate. It essentially uses air pressure from your piston that pushes this, and it actually extends the nozzle, and then air goes through the nozzle at the same time. I mainly wanted to test this because it's kind of a neat concept, and I wanted to see if it actually works. Now there's a couple things. It probably will drop your FPS about 15 feet per second or so, and that's not a huge deal breaker for me. I can add a spring shim or something like that. And in the grand scheme of things, 15 FPS isn't that big of a deal if you get reliability and you get good function. So this particular one has an adjustable nozzle, and that means basically the length of the nozzle is adjustable. We got our spring here, front cap, and the nozzle. Now, I put Loctite on this blue Loctite yesterday and set the nozzle up and everything with my hop-up unit, and for whatever reason this Loctite is not drying. I don't know if there's something on these threads that it's not reacting well with or what the deal is, but no problem, because I actually ordered a 18.1 millimeter nozzle. I think it's like 18.15 mil or something like that. That's actually a fixed length because the max hop-up calls for a 21-ish millimeter nozzle. So they say to take whatever nozzle you would normally use and subtract, I believe it's 3 millimeters off of that length, and you can order a fixed length Apache nozzle from Aztech or Evike or whoever. I picked this up from Amped Airsoft. I definitely recommend buying from Amped because it helps small businesses out, and I just love the service. Like, they're so fast on shipping. Evike, everybody knows, is slow as freaking everybody's business, but Amped is always fast. So if you need something fast and you need something that's quality, go to Amped Airsoft. They'll help you out there. Also, they have really good tech support at Amped, so keep that in mind. So included with this is an extra spring. Now this spring is actually physically weaker to compress. I can't tell you what the poundage is, but I'm assuming if you have issues with this one that came with it, the heavier one came in it. If you're having issues with that and maybe it's not opening, you can try the lighter spring. Probably something there. Now there's no instructions with this, but they do give you a box with a QR code, and I think I did the QR code on the trigger and it went absolutely nowhere, if I remember right. Could be a different product, but they give you 2 rubber pads to adjust your AOE, so you can adjust how your engagement is with the piston and everything. We'll see if I actually need these or not, but I'm assuming you just pick the thickness you want and then you glue it like that, where you got the holes matching up. So pretty neat concept. We're gonna see if it works. They did say this is tested up to 75 rounds a second or something absurd, and I think that was in their gel blaster model, but we're gonna find out. I'm probably only gonna be running about a 30 RPS build, so I don't really need something super crazy or anything like that, but I will report back on that. But right away, I wish they made shims that you could stack up back here, or spacers of sorts, where you can just tighten this down on it. And something to tighten this nozzle down would be nice if you're gonna run shims like that. So I could obviously machine a spacer and stick it in there once I find out the right number, but it's just easier to order the $18 nozzle of the right length. So I will definitely report back on that. We're gonna see how that does. You know, the tappet plate's not taking that much energy to drive, but it's enough energy that I would rather be putting that energy into something else where you're not actually loading the motor down as much if you're running a slightly heavier spring, etc. So there you have it, the Aztech Apache.